folks, friends and family. We've made it. Hasn't really been much commentary up until this point, but it's been a long day. It's about a 6.5 hour drive up here to Temagami, and on little to no sleep, basically no sleep. I've been up for almost 40 hours or something like this at this point. Yeah, trying to get some footage. Camera angles are not flattering. Oh well. Decided to camp here at the put-in because the wind was too much. Died down a little bit, but then I just kind of realized I'm going on no sleep, so I'm just gonna set up camp, make some dinner, get hydrated, get to bed early, have an early day tomorrow just to make up the extra ground. And yeah, I'll go through the route probably tomorrow. But yeah. Yo, what is up with this hat? So unfortunately, I do have this 4-liter platypus gravity filter, but on the first trip I misplaced the cap. So this is a lifesaver for me because I love water. I cannot get enough. First time I went on a trip, I only had a limited amount of water tablets, and I went through those like crazy. So, whole bag here of electrolytes. I'm gonna do a lemon. Shake, 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 Shinola. Shake the body, right? Nothing like fresh Canadian lake water. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna try to film this as best I can, but we're over here in the sandy inlet, and we're right about here, if you can see that. So I don't know if that's too close, not too close. We're camped right here. The idea was to try to make it all the way over here, do this portage, and then camp over here on Beaver Island, and then the next day would get up and then kind of come in here to enter the park. Unfortunately, lots of wind and stuff going on here, so long day of travel, 6.5, 7 hours up here, up north to Temagami. Figured I'd just have an early night. Yummy. They don't look pretty, but she's gonna do. Cooked as sausage. Onions. A little bit of hot sauce, big dog. Tomato sauce. All right, cheers. Yep. This shit is so weird. I don't think I'll ever get used to talking to a camera by myself. And I don't know what I'm going to use or what I'm not going to use for footage. I don't know what looks good, what doesn't, but we're out here. Bit of a weird day. Long one. Like I mentioned earlier, hadn't had much sleep. I get excited, anxious for these trips. It's funny too because this is really only my third time being out on a backcountry canoe trip. Second time solo. And yeah, so last year I did a 4-day solo trip to Algonquin Park just to get my feet wet. It was an interesting experience. I'll probably talk more about that another time, but decided to come out this year and do an 8-day solo. I say 8-day, but it's 6 to 7, but with an extra day just in case, if you get windbound or something, which honestly I ended up not even getting into the water today. I didn't even do any paddling. I literally just did the portage here to the put-in because it's a little bit of a hike from the parking area. And damn, these bugs. Dragonflies are out though, so that's good. They're doing work. Coming in, headwind, and just I got some new equipment and stuff and didn't want to risk anything, so made the call just to set up camp early, had a nap, got some dinner, hydrated. And yeah, now we're just enjoying the night sky here. Probably not gonna film too much more tonight, just gonna get into bed there soon here, maybe read some of my book, get an early start on the lake at least by like 6, 7. And if I could make it to where I was supposed to camp today by 10 or 11, then that's pretty good. I might be able to make it to where I need to camp for the second night, and then basically I've lost no time, so that's the plan for tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not gonna probably film too much here. See you later. Good morning. Let's get her going. Alright, I'm gonna try something a little different here. A little bit of an experiment. Homemade raw egg powder. See how this goes. Of course, forgot my spoon, so I'm gonna eye this up. Just a little bit more. Okay. Not gonna lie, folks, I think I did too much water, but add more powder. Alright, we're gonna see how this goes. Probably not gonna work well, but there we go. Sausage, bacon, scrambled eggs, and a coffee. Lake Temagami. Absolutely beautiful. All right, first portage of the day. We are just below Napoleon. Oh, Napoleon. Oh, there you go. First portage of the day. We're just below Mount Napoleon. Just came from our first site. Gorgeous morning on the lake. Probably the biggest open lake we'll do on the trip. Got a little bit of a portage here. Let's get her done. All right. Just finished the portage. Time to get out on the lake for a bit. Look how clear that water is. Beautiful. All right, officially on Diamond Lake. Just came from the portage over there. Quick little portage. Met a great little family. Ended up giving me some mango slices, much needed. And yeah, I got a little bit of a headwind here. Probably gonna be on the lake for, shoot, probably about another 2-3 hours. Pretty big paddle. Then a little portage after that, and then we're on our lake for the night. So, gonna get going. Well, this could end up being the best footage of the trip if I flip the canoe. But there's a short portage here, about 30 feet. It's not that bad, but it is skippable. It's a little swift here. We're gonna try our luck. Holy that footage was absolute ass, because I did not want to tip. Okay guys, so it's a little bit later. Got caught in the rain, unfortunately. Thereafter I went over that swift and I made a couple more kilometers. Didn't get quite to where I wanted. It started coming down pretty hard, so I just got to the closest campsite I could see here. I'll go over the map here in a bit just to kind of show you where I was hoping to get, where I made it. We got a storm rolling in. I can hear some thunder. I'm gonna try to get some dinner going here real quick before the rain hits again. So it's coming. I don't know about this one, folks. Oh, it's coming. Oh no. Yo, we cooking this thing so fast. Get my lighter out of here. Here she comes. There's my crappy ass roast. There we go. Time to go to the tent. I just got dry. Goddamn. Alright, we're in the tent because it's raining. Note to self in the future, I need to pre-set up my tarp. So I'm not cooking in the tent because I can't imagine this is a good idea, but we're going to do it anyway. So got my little bit of roast beef over there. Probably going to have to heat it up somehow. It was only on the fire for like 2-3 minutes before it rained on us. Got the jet boil ready. Instant mashed potato. Gonna try to do some gravy as well. Wish me good luck. Everything about what's in frame right now is wrong. Just should not be done. I do not recommend. Do not do as I do. Got things everywhere, but here we go. Alright, mashed potato gravy. Be very careful because this is very hot. Come on, get in there. Come on. There you go. Alright, roast, potatoes, gravy. What's better than a buttload of potatoes with a mountain of gravy is a buttload of potatoes and a mountain of gravy out in the Great Canadian Wilderness. Oh my God, I'm going to sleep good. Alrighty, cheers. Oh my God. Doesn't even need any seasoning. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. I'm doing this every time I come out now. Gravy and mashed potatoes. That alone is crazy. But I got roast as well. So good. I'm gonna sleep so good. Alright folks, dinner's done, dishes are washed, things are relatively put away as much as I'm gonna do right now with the raining. Just gonna go over the map real quick and then it's probably bedtime. Alrighty, trying my best not to butcher this, but yesterday we got windbound here on Sandy Inlet. We camped here for the first night, decided not to risk it. So today we got up pretty early and this is what we did. We came from here all the way over to this portage here, 700 meters. After that, we came all the way up and through here, all the way up to here to this little tiny portage here. It was a nice little easy one, we enjoyed that. And then for the better part of 3 hours, we went from all the way here on Diamond Lake, all the way up. And there's a little swift here. This is where we went over this. Did not tip the boat, thankfully. That was quite fun. On my exit day, I might have to hit that again just for fun, just because it's only a 30-meter portage. And then we came all the way up here. I'm gonna flip the map right in here. This camera footage is not gonna be great, but we're gonna try our best. And we wanted to make it to this little unknown lake here in camp, but unfortunately we only made it to about here at this campsite here before we started getting rained on. So still a good day, probably about, I think it was about 20 kilometers altogether. And tomorrow we're off to up here, Tupper Lake, and we're gonna do the Maple Mountain hike. Alrighty, so that's the map. It's time to get some shut-eye. Get up early just because I've ransacked through all my gear in the midst of trying to get it in to keep dry. So get up early, get everything packed up, get on the boat, get going. Night, guys. Morning. Sorry I didn't get to film a waking up in the tent scene, but just wanted to get up and get a good start on the day. I've already got the tent packed up from back there. All the gear's over here ready to be put into the boat. Just made a little bit of water. Gonna have an easy breakfast this morning. Coffee and oatmeal. Oatmeal. Alright, gonna have cinnamon spice and I'm gonna treat myself to a dino eggs. I've actually never had that. And I hear it's one of the better ones, so we're gonna do that. My little handy dandy bowl. Made my gravy in last night, that's nice. Wait for this guy to boil, get some coffee, some oatmeal, get the boat packed up, and get the heck out of here. Today we have a little bit of distance to go, not as bad as what it was yesterday. Two small portages, fairly early into the day, and then the rest is paddling. We're gonna be getting up to Tupper Lake this afternoon, hopefully at a decent time. Get camp set up, and then depending on the weather, I have to get a weather report from my inReach. But depending on the weather, we're gonna try to hike Maple Mountain, one of the tallest mountains in Ontario. One of, not the, but one of. I think it's around 650 meters in elevation, so it's gonna be exciting. Can't wait. Give you a quick little tour of the site that we got up to last night, just because it was raining when we got here and I had to rush to get things set up. Here's our view. Very nice, very nice. Someone was kind enough to leave some extra firewood here. Unfortunately, like I said, we got rained out. Site comes with a nice little table. I like it when these sites have little amenities like this. Makes it easier to prepare your meals and stuff. So we like that. But just gonna get this oatmeal in me, coffee, load up the boat, and get on our way. All right, let's give her a shot. Cinnamon oatmeal and dino eggs. Oh my God. So that's why people bring oatmeal out here. Quick, easy, and tastes great. So, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't realize this, but the dino eggs in the oatmeal actually break down. I don't know if you can see it. I'll see if I can get one here. And they actually turn into little dinos. That's crazy. Oh, my soul. hits right in the soul. I need that. Just got to our first portage of the day. It's about 310 meters, nothing too bad. Quick little paddle after this, one more portage after that, and then we're on to Sucker Gut Lake, I'm pretty sure. Just put in here on an unknown lake. I don't even know what it's called. It's a small lake, just between two of the bigger ones. Just did about a 320 meter portage. Not too bad, not too bad. Short little paddle until the next portage. I'll see you there. Just coming into our last portage of the day. Here we go. All right, we are now on Willow Island Lake. Gonna make our way up to Sucker Lake, or sorry, Sucker Gut Lake, my bad. And yeah, still beautiful out. Alrighty, just stopped to grab some water and have a quick little lunch. Got the water going over there. Got my bag, barrel destroyed, everything out. Gonna have some wraps with spicy sausage and cheese. Might even have a ramen noodle. Just get that extra bit of energy. About halfway done for the day, maybe a little more than half. Just got a couple more open bodies of water to get across, and then we're going up into Hobart Lake and then up into Tupper Lake, where we're going to be camping for the night. Making decent time. Should be able to do Maple Mountain hike tonight. So yeah. Big dog. Well, added crunch. We all love crunch. Put a few spicy plantain chips on here as well. Yep. And last but not least, a little bit of 3-day-old melted cheese together. There you go. It's about as good as it gets. Alright, folks. Just got off of Sucker Gut Lake. We're just making our way in through this back area. I don't know if you can see in the back there, but I'm pretty sure that's Maple Mountain. I'm pretty sure I can see the fire tower, but visibility is not the greatest. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'll probably film next when we get to Tupper Lake. Literally just had to go over like 4 beaver dams just to get into Tupper Lake, but we're here. Just got to find camp now and get our hike going. I don't know if you can see way up there, but I can see the fire tower from here. Cue the Jurassic Park theme music. Look at that big old beaver palace right there. That's a big one. King beaver. Life. Look at all these blueberries. Let's go, Maple Mountain, baby. I know a spot. Yeah, I've never had these before. Well, I've had them before, but I've never had wild blueberries. I've been hearing from everyone that I've talked about Maple Mountain that there's just blueberries from side to side on this mountain, and they weren't lying. So here's my reaction to having wild picked blueberries for the first time. Oh man, so juicy. Wow. All right guys, we're just heading down Maple Mountain now. It's a little later than I'd like it to be. It's about 8:20. Sun probably sets in about an hour, so we're huffing it on the way down, but thankfully it's easier on the way down than it is on the way up. Spent most of the time at the top just getting some footage with the drone and having some blueberries and just a rest and admiring the view. And now we got to make it back down. The lake, or sorry, the shore to get up here was muddy as heck, and I almost lost my Crocs in it. I had to reach down, like, I'm not even kidding, like 1.5 feet into the mud to pull them out. Then I switched into my hiking boots, so should be interesting getting back into the boat. But I tell you what, when I get back down to camp and I'm laying in that bed, I'm gonna be one happy dude.
Good morning, folks. I had the best sleep of my life last night after climbing that mountain and getting back down. I didn't film much of it on the way down, but it got pretty dark on me, and I had to use a flashlight to get out of the trail. And then I had to paddle across the small lake in the dark just to find my camp again. But we made it here, and I slept so good. I'm going to treat myself, and I'm actually going to slowly get out of bed. Probably try to sleep for another hour or two. It's only about 7. Not as much distance to be made today, but after doing the 18-20 kilometers of paddling yesterday, and then climbing that mountain and back, which is another 8.5 kilometers, I'm just taking it easy this morning.
Finally up. It's about 8:30. Started to pack up camp, but I need some food. I didn't have any time to make dinner last night, and by the time I got back, had no energy to make any food, just enough to filter some water and get into that bed. Had an amazing sleep. It's kind of crazy to think I was all the way up there. I doubt you can barely even see it, but basically between the 2 trees here, there's the fire tower, and I hiked all the way up there yesterday, which is kind of crazy, but we did it. All right, today's breakfast of choice, Katie. I'm hungry. Maple Mountain. Just got off Tupper Lake, where Maple Mountain was. We're just going to be heading through this little stream here. A couple beaver dams to get over. But it looks like we'll have a tailwind heading to our next destination, so that's nice. Yeah, I just wanted to reflect for a second and just kind of, I don't know who's watching this, if it's just me or friends, family. I would have never thought, as little as even 1.5 years ago, that I would be out here on a lake in Temagami climbing one of the tallest mountains in Ontario. And it was very rewarding. It was also very hard, but the hard is what makes it great. And I was dying going up that hill, but when I got up there and I had fresh blueberries, I don't know where I left off there, but like I said, as I got up to the top and I got those fresh blueberries and those amazing views, it was all worth it. So I'm glad I did it. I almost didn't do it. I thought about waiting till today to do it, but then I figured if I get up, I'm probably not going to want to. I just want to get on the lake. And many times during the trail up to the mountain, I had to stop for breaks so many times. The elevation was so steep, it was crazy. And so many times when I sat down, I was like, the sun's going down, it's getting darker, I'm going to turn around. And I just kept pushing forward, and finally when I made the top, just a sense of euphoria or whatever came over me, and I just couldn't believe it that I had made it. Didn't have a lot of time up there, and of course on the way down ended up having to do, I'd say, 30% of the trail in the dark with my phone light on. But we made it out. Short little paddle across the lake in the moonlight was very nice, and once I hit that bed, I was out. So we're on a beaver dam right now. Didn't quite make it over this one paddling, so I just got to step out and get myself through. I just finished a 450 meter portage from Chris Willis Lake. Not even sure what lake I'm on right now, but we're at the bottom of Frank Falls, I believe it is. I'll double check on the map. We're gonna go check that out real quick, and we're gonna get going. Beautiful. So you can probably hear behind me Center Falls. Absolutely gorgeous. Biggest waterfall I've seen in person other than Niagara Falls. But absolutely beautiful. Perfect spot to stop for some lunch. And what better thing to have than some spicy ramen. Took a bit of a nap. It's about 5:30, 6 o'clock now. Got to this beautiful site here. All the firewood I could want. With a perfect view of the falls. Figured I'd stop early for the evening. Get some good rest in, have an early day tomorrow, lots of portages. I want to preface this with I don't know what the I'm doing. I have no idea. One man's pizza. We're doing it. This is the most gourmet pizza you're ever gonna see out here in the backwoods, that's for sure. All right. Okay. Looking pretty good for backcountry pizza. All right, here we go. Oh man. Oh my god. I know I shouldn't, but I gotta make another one. I gotta. Horrible camera angle. Oh baby. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Cheers. Oh. This is a must bring on any backcountry camping trip from now on. This is amazing. Alright guys, super late here. Totally forgot to film some stuff after I ate those amazing pizzas. But I got basically just cleaned up camp. Water is filtering out, so I have fresh water in the morning. I just went on a killing frenzy inside my tent to get rid of all these skeeters. There's a crap ton of them. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. We got a big day tomorrow, lots of portaging, but I think there's gonna be some good views, some nice waterfalls to be seen. I'm hoping to, I think I have to go by it for sure because there's a portage around it, but I'm excited to see Hap Wilson's Eco Lodge. So I think that'll be pretty neat to see. Alright guys, off to bed now. See you in the morning. Alright, good morning folks. Friends and family. Had an early night last night. Portages were killing me. Stayed here at the nice Center Falls campsite. Everything's packed up. We're good to go for the day. Just gonna make a little bit of oatmeal and coffee before we get going. Alright, just made it up that very steep portage over Center Falls. Then I had to do a little bit of lining through some rapids, but it's better than portaging around them. I was able to get through them, and we're just gonna keep on going. Helen Falls. Alright guys, it's been a while since I filmed, but we've made camp for the night. We're just at the split between the north and south channel of Lady Evelyn River. I needed to stop. I wanted to make it another portage or two, but my feet are just killing me. The portages here in Temagami are no joke. Very rocky, very sporadic in elevation change, but we're getting her done. So I'm just making some dinner here, much needed dinner. I'm going to be fueling up on all kinds of stuff. I just had a spicy ramen. I'm just having a deluxe creamy Katie. Got some chips and some peanut butter M&Ms over there, and yeah, we're gonna be in bed early tonight. Big day tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be going by the Eco Lodge, Hap Wilson's Eco Lodge. It would be awesome if I could see him. That'd be great, but who knows, he might not be there, but we'll see. I'm on my dirty foot, but oh my god, there we go. Creamy, extra creamy mac and cheese. We have a little bit of leftover hot sauce from that spicy ramen, so I'm gonna put a little bit in there, not a lot. Give that a stir. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit here in the tent after I'm done eating, and we'll go over the map real quick. Alright, quick morning video here. It's morning 6, I believe, Saturday. All packed up. Got up at a roughly good time here. It's about 9 o'clock. Everything's all packed up. It's all over there by the boat. We're going to be heading out that way down the right channel, and we got some rapids to get through first thing this morning. Let's get her done. Thankfully yesterday was probably the harder part of the route here, as far as we were coming upstream. Today we'll be going downstream, so hopefully no tall elevation except for going down. God bless. Alright guys, this could be a mistake, but I managed to skip the rapids, but not for a lack of getting wet. So almost tipped the canoe, had a dry bag fall out, had to bail out some water, but you don't learn if you don't try, right? So I actually made it through pretty good. Just going to get my bag that's floating in the water here. Thank God for dry bags. All right, decided to portage the last one, thought it was a safer bet. Just got a small little paddle here until the next one. So guys, well, we actually made it to the Hap Wilson Eco Lodge. You can see that's where they get out over there. And that's it right over there. We'll get a better shot from the other side. All right, last portage was 160 meters, but it was by far the most rugged and steep I'd have to do. But we got her done, so came from all the way up there and it goes way up. So Eco Lodge is just up there. Probably get a good view of it when we get out here on the lake. I'm gonna go stop for lunch and get some water here soon. Awesome. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very nice. Alrighty. Just got done Bridal Falls portage, had a quick drink. And we're gonna get on to our next one. It's gonna be 670 meters, so it's gonna be the biggest one for the day, but let's get her done. All right, don't have much battery left. I'm gonna have to charge this thing up for tonight, but decided to make camp at Fat Man Falls. Pretty much conquered the whole South Channel today. It was absolutely beautiful, but it was a slog. So just making some KD, got some water, gonna have a nap, might get up after, go for a swim, maybe get some drone shots of the falls beside me. Hoping to be out tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow if I do get out, and if I do get out, I probably won't make it home until after midnight anyway. I got a 6-hour drive home, so but that's the plan. Body is starting to feel it. Definitely missing home. I've had a great time out here, trip of a lifetime, but I'm ready to go home. in bed, folks, friends and family, whoever watching this. I don't know. We're in bed. Tomorrow's hopefully the last day. I did plan for an 8th day just in case I don't make it, but I'm hoping to be out tomorrow. I've had a great time here in Temagami, and I'm ready to go home though. Don't know really what I filmed tonight, today, all the good stuff. We'll see. Anyway, good night. Alright, good morning guys. So instead of filming when I got up this morning, I just got up and packed up camp as soon as I could. It's about 8:20. Trying to get an early start on the day so we can get out of here. There's Fat Man Falls behind me. We got a couple more rapids just to go through, and then we're out into some open water, which is much welcomed after these last 2 days of portaging, very steep waterfall trails, portages. So I'll probably see you on the open lake. Whoa, 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 what the fuck is this? We're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it. Fuck him. Fuck him, we die, we die. Well, we made it. Got stuck on a rock there at the end, but we made it. We didn't tip. We're good. Let's go.